Talk about myself. Take 5, April 2024. Recently, the monkeys have come to our field and are devoured our mandarin oranges and beans. This is a problem. I am Trey Hasegawa. I live in the countryside, so I see a lot of animals, not just monkeys, such as badgers, raccoons, weasels, and bats. One of the most troublesome things for me is the creatures that makes noise. As early as April, the frogs behind the house began to croak. It's fine as long as there is only one or two, but it's different when there are a lot of them. As we head into the summer, their tones get louder and stronger, and I have a hard time recording my voice. Anyway, let's talk about cherry blossoms today. I saw the early blooming cherry blossoms in January, and the plum blossoms in February, and now the spring cherry blossoms are in full bloom. In fact, they were almost in full bloom by the end of March. The beautiful scenery of the line of cherry trees by the foot of the mountain makes me happy even though I see them every year. This year, there was a lot of rain from the latter half of March to April, so I was worried whether I would be able to go to the cherry blossom viewing. But it was bright and sunny on April 1st, so I went to see the cherry blossoms. We took my 89-year-old aunt, who has been staying at the nursing home since January with us, and the whole family went out to a quiet place in the mountains. After passing the lotus field, we passed through the cherry trees along both sides of the road and reached a small park by the dam lake. It was a perfect day to see the cherry blossoms. The soft pale pink scenery stretches endlessly on the mountainside, and it is a scenery that can only be experienced in the countryside. Mingling with the few cherry blossom viewers, we spread out our lunch boxes and set out under the blue sky in a calm atmosphere. My aunt, who usually spends time in a nursing home, must be very happy. There was a sound of a warbler from somewhere, the murmur of the stream. The face of my father in a good mood while drinking beer. We were grateful to my mother for making us lunch. There are many ways to enjoy cherry blossom viewing in various parts of Japan. People gather in large crowds, lanterns hanging down, background music from speakers, and houseboats on the river. But this is a quiet place on the mountainside, and such a quiet cherry blossom viewing is also a good thing, a relaxing time. A long time ago, I went to a park in Tokyo with my friends to cherry blossom viewing. But the atmosphere was different from the time, and it was a very calm cherry blossom viewing this time. When I looked at the happy faces of my family, I thought that it was more valuable than cherry blossom viewing, and I wanted to look at this scenery for a long time. It made me feel that I would love to see the cherry blossoms with the same members next year. Thanks to the people who planted cherry trees here. I am grateful for the heavenly arrangements that made this day a sunny day. When we stopped at the nearby store, they already sell bamboo shoots among Japanese sweets, such as kashiwamochi, sweet dumplings made with herbs. It feels like New Year's Day was only a while ago, but the time flies. Whether it was a cherry blossom viewing place or art store, most of the faces I saw seemed familiar to me. Rural society is small. Even in everyday shopping, I see someone I met somewhere at the first store. When I go to the second store, the same people are there. The more I go, the more I see the same face. Such a daily life is my happiness now. Cherry blossoms bloom differently every year. There never was the same flower as last year. Today's daily life will not last forever. That's why I think it's so enduring. I hope that next year, everyone with the same face will see the same cherry blossoms with different flowers, with prayers, flower fortune telling. Thanks for watching. See you soon.